So I grew up in a small town called Camperdown, which is just outside of Maritzburg, until I was around 9 years old. I've been around Maritzburg my whole life since then. I went to Ridge Pre-Primary School, and then eventually I went to St. Charles College. And I think I've been to every bar, pub, club and restaurant in Maritzburg at least once. The KZN Midlands has always been home for me. We have the most incredible variety of people to meet, places to go, and things to do. We have some of the most beautiful and fascinating historical buildings. We have the Midlands Meander with its cafes, animal farms, curio shops, niche restaurants, and lots of adventure activities. There's go-karting, there's the Carkloof Canopy Tour, paintballing, dirt bike riding, mountain biking, just about anything you can think of to do, you can do in the Midlands. So I started working after school in 2007, where I was a junior foreman on the road maintenance contract. I even did a short stint in farming. And after that, I held a lot of different jobs in a relatively short space of time, from commodities trading right the way through to, even civil engineering. I eventually found my way into residential real estate, and although I loved making deals, I felt like something was missing. Like I just needed a bit more hands-on training. I needed to learn and grow and absorb much more than I was getting. Eventually, I found a commercial property company based here in Maritzburg that had a national footprint. And I just kept knocking on the door until eventually they created a position for me, Junior Portfolio Manager. Over the next couple of years, I went from a Junior Portfolio Manager to a Senior Portfolio Manager. I started off with a commercial property portfolio of around 27,000 square meters, which is a hell of a lot smaller than it actually sounds, all the way up to when I eventually left the company I was working with. My portfolio was valued at just under R1 billion worth of real estate. I really enjoyed the work. It was amazing. I could go from a meeting in the morning with the sole proprietor who had his entire life invested into a 30 square meter shop. I could go out of that meeting into the boardroom of a listed company, and I could leave both meetings with satisfied clients on both sides. Eventually though, even this position left me wanting more. I respected my bosses, but I found myself challenging their decisions more often than not. The only logical next step for me was to start my own business. And I did. Jarvis Properties as a brand has been around for more than 50 years, which means they've got a wealth of experience, but being relatively new to franchising, they didn't have a footprint in the Maritzburg area yet. That meant it was a match made in heaven. I needed the support of a franchise, and they needed to grow their areas of influence. So I opened up shop in November 2018 with one rental consultant, one administrator, myself doing sales, and one hell of a dream. Since then, we've grown into a powerful force. I've got a rental team who's working on a portfolio that's about to cross 200 units. I've got multiple administrators. I've got a sales team that's sitting at around 20 strong, with new interns joining almost every single month. I take pride in delivering exceptional training for my agents. No matter how long they've been in the business, they've got to go through my induction program, as well as our Rockstar training program, which is delivered by South Africa's #1 sales coach, Francois Leroux. Then, which is a South African standard in our real estate industry, every agent has to complete their NQF4 and PDE4 certifications. The difference is we actually monitor and assist with that process to make sure that not only are you getting through it on time, but you're actually getting the best possible result as well. Also frequently involve other professionals like marketers, bond originators, and conveyancing attorneys, just to give us an idea of how their work impacts our work. I do all of this to make sure that anybody with the Jarvis business card automatically comes with my personal stamp of approval, and you just know that you're going to come across a hardworking, professional person with extreme integrity. I also do it because when I first got started, I had no idea what I was in for, and I had no idea how hard it would be to go at it on my own. I'm determined to make sure that anybody who joins my team feels trained, supported, and like they are absolutely destined to succeed. These are our admin heroes. They keep the ship from sinking and are probably the best problem solvers in the universe. Our rental team just rocks. These ladies just never stop. And of course the sales consultants who just absolutely crush it all day long. Maritzburg, watch this space.